they keep growing up. Then the hospital says it's no use treating the sick. The respond like this way. I usually see a lot of the patients in such a situation, totally despair. But I teach them about genes. The gene can be altered, and what's next? It could recover. Until 42 years old, the gene was on, yes. But it turned off since 42. Why did it turn off? Then you can recover. Oh, doc. Back then my company's check bounced. So I was trying to catch him. Around China, Shanghai, I was under stress, so the drink every day, the smoking, and didn't sleep enough, and didn't eat much. I've been living such a life for 10 years. If the gene status is bad, it turns off. Folks, look, what can it suck in this situation? Water is the only choice to suck. In this situation like this, nutrient imbalance, it can't bear food. Folks, there's a bean, right? There's a bean, and up here, what is it? It's an embryo bud. Does a bean watch TV? We call noon, but actually it is not noon. What do you have in there when you take it and get on up close look at it? There's no genes anywhere else. What program put in here? What kind of program is it? Growing and thriving program that grows a gain of beans into thousands of beans. It contains a growing and a thriving program. So let's see the growing and thriving program. What comes out first? Roots come out. Genes that makes roots. You see the roots over there, the right? That turns on. Next, cotyledon. What's next, number 2? Next, stem, number 3. Next, what comes out of the stem? Branch, number 4. What comes out from the branch? Leaf. What is something wrong with that leaf? Leaf, number 5. Next, finally, what is blooming? The genes that blooms the flower, number 6. Next, fruit bearing program, number 7. So, in order from number 1 to number 7, the genes turn on by perfect timing and order, then it's a success. However, becoming like this genes, these 7 genes inside of the embryo bud have to turn on all, then healthy, right? The situation of a bean now. When beans are in my hand or in my pocket, there are genes inside of them, but turn off. Why turn off? Because the conditions are not met. Genes needed environment and conditions. Cancer patients inside of T lymphocyte kill the cancer cell that gene of the lymphotoxin produce turn off its gene because of what? What didn't fit. What is the most important condition among these conditions? Meaning of condition. So to successfully produce the fruit like this all the way, number 7 gene, what are the conditions that turn on genes all the way them? Condition. First what? First comes nutrition. Nutrition. What is the second condition after that? You have to plant it on the ground, right? Planting on the ground means supplies the nutrition well. So if the nutrition doesn't supply well, your gene does start working. The gene that turn on and work well when breaking the balance of the nutrition supply starts, then it will stop working. This truth we found recently. We thought our life and genes were totally different. Lifestyle habits affect the genes so much. So after studying the genetics, it's really unbelievable. Then you need nutrition. Nutrition. It need water, right? It planted on the ground, then no water. The gene won't turn on. Water. What's next? Sunlight. Giving water without the sunlight also it won't work. Sunlight. Next. Giving nutrient, water and sunlight suitably. It's no good if you give them too much. That's called temperance. Everything is moderately. This is a health principle. Got it? This is not the principle that Dr. Lee made. It's a genetic principle. Temperance. In English, temperance. T. Then what do you need? Need air. Without air, it can't live. So, air. Air. So the bean, this growth and thrive program, the 7 kind of gene put in the embryo bud, all of them, the bean genes also the same ATGC, same as a human's gene. So all these things together work and successfully bear fruit. You need these conditions. It needs these basic conditions. What do you call the basic facility these days? Infrastructure. Infrastructure, the genes need these infrastructure, that truth, goodness and beauty, trust, hope and love, because of these can bear the fruit, right? This is a plant. In this case, just take the English initial and read. How to read? Nusta. Plant need to do just Nusta. In case of animals that walks 4 legs, the gene won't work without exercise. The exercise is very important for you. Without exercise, what's wrong with me? Saying like this, you shouldn't say like that. Many people say the exercise don't need to do, but if you do it a little better. It won't go like that. Without exercise, genes are turning off. So go hiking, swimming, try them. The whole body of your genes feels so good, right? You couldn't digest very well. The whole genes. When you do the exercise comfortably, cancer cells died a lot. You can't beat the lack of exercise. So, folks, holding the dog and keep it locked is healthy or not? No, the gene won't work. Exercise. 운동 is exercise. When you do exercise, you shouldn't overdo it. After exercise, what do you have to do it? You need a rest. So 휴식 is rest. So the beans just needed to do new star, but the animals needed to do new star. But even beans, let's take this out. When the beans do new star, then the bearing fruits, when the giving the infrastructure, if you don't plant and giving sunlight, what will happen? If the condition doesn't fit it, it's harder to do the growth and the thrive, but they try to do the bend over the backwards their best. So what is that? That's 콩나물. Do 콩나물 have leaves or not? They don't have. Do they have leaf genes or not? They have, but they don't work. Why? Because the condition doesn't meet. The condition doesn't meet. People don't meet the conditions and try to eat something good stuff. That's ridiculous things to do. I'm telling this the fundamental gene law to a lot of people. Is this the law that Dr. Lee created? No, this is a bean gene. Bean. This must meet the conditions. We live in our daily lives. Sometimes we can't exercise. Nutrients also eat ramen noodle every day. No nutritional balance. Some nutrients must be met, but they can't be met. Then gene can't work. It can't turn on. So folks,